We are living in the 21st century, and there is no doubt our food supply here in the U.S. contains more hidden hazards than ever before. Steering clear of these hazards may be hard to do without proper knowledge. It is the goal of this presentation to increase your knowledge so that you may feel empowered and confident in making healthier food choices while shopping for yourself and your family. Over the past decade, I have talked with many people who were unhappy with various things they were experiencing in their lives: lack of energy, extra weight, recurring illnesses and the doctor visits that followed, overwhelm when they began to look for information on making healthier choices, and/or perceived lack of time to sort through the information they found. The common thread is this: they were all looking to make improvements to their well-being, some generally speaking, and others who had specific reasons, for instance, being borderline diabetic. If you or members of your family have similar challenges, and you would like help in making healthy changes for you and your family, I welcome you here. This is me, Debbie Hagedorn, and my kids. I've been a mom for about 15 years. I work on a farm where I am a lead grower in the conventional production of bedding plants, sod, and specialty produce. My experience in this conventional space has served to broaden both my knowledge about and my passion for food consciousness. I am going to share some of what I know with you here. It was with the birth of my daughter that I began to look for alternatives to the standard American diet. Truly sad, in my opinion. I had a revelation that it was up to me to make better food choices for my family than the ones advertised in commercials. Indeed, if it's found in a mainstream advertisement, that's enough incentive for me to look elsewhere. I used to believe government recommendations were made in the best interest of our good health. I now believe these recommendations are made solely in the best interest of Big Pharma and the corporations pouring money into the hands of our government leaders. Once I started learning, I found there was always more to know. This is still true today. Over the years, my brain has been filing away a fairly extensive database of information, and it is my desire in this space to share what I know with anyone who wishes to make healthier food choices. As I mentioned, I am still learning. I enjoy the challenge of sifting through information until I come up with solid advice or a sound answer that makes sense, and to date, my family and I continue to enjoy good health. In the slides that follow, I am sharing some basic information that will help you begin your journey in making healthier food choices, starting with your next visit to the grocery store. Be confident that these choices will serve you and your family both now and into the future. Let's get started. For the purpose of this presentation, healthy food, as defined by me, is food that is A. produced without pesticides, B. contains no artificial, also known as chemical, ingredients, C. has not been genetically modified in any way, or D. will rot within a short period of time, if not eaten during this time. There are many reasons to make healthier food choices. These include, but are not limited to, better taste, better overall nutrition, more energy, healthier skin, hair, and nails, reduced pesticide intake, a healthier digestive system, a stronger immune system, and fewer doctor visits. It's important to know that you won't want to believe everything you read. There are many marketing phrases out there that simply may not be true. The worst offenders, in my opinion, are the products labeled all natural. All natural products may still contain artificial ingredients. They may be genetically engineered. They may also contain pesticide and/or antibiotic residues. Free range applies to animals. This phrase indicates that access to the outdoors is required, but actual time spent outside is not. Cage-free animals may actually still be confined inside barns. Pasture-raised animals may still contain added hormones and antibiotics. Lightly sweetened products may be loaded with sugar, corn syrup, or artificial sweeteners. Products made with real fruit may only contain small amounts of fruit, and the fruit may be different than what is pictured on the package. The main ingredient of a product labeled as multigrain may still be refined flour. The words pesticide-free may not be truthful. In all of these instances, there is either no legal requirement for these marketing phrases to meet government standards, or neither the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, nor the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, take the time to enforce them. If the treatment of animals matters to you, there are marketing labels that you can trust. Animal Welfare Approved assures you that animals raised for meat, dairy, and eggs are treated humanely from birth to slaughter on a family farm. Certified Humane is a label given only to farms raising animals for meat, dairy, or eggs, which meet standards that aim to improve humane living conditions and treatment, once again from birth to slaughter. A USDA organic label on a product indicates this: plants have not been grown from genetically engineered seeds and have received no synthetic fertilizers, irradiation, or sewage sludge. Animals receive organic, vegetarian feed, access to outdoors, and are not treated with antibiotics or hormones. Fair trade certification is used on products from developing countries which a. contain no pesticides or genetically engineered products, and b. recognize principles including sustainable wages, safe working conditions, and community development for farmers and workers. The Non-GMO Project Verified label lets you know the product has been produced without the intentional use of genetically engineered or GMO ingredients. Perhaps you will agree that common sense, when it becomes common practice, lends itself to helping you make healthier food choices. If you cannot pronounce the ingredients, or you don't know what the ingredients are, choose another food. The top ingredient offenders, in my humble opinion, include aspartame, also known as NutraSweet, a neurotoxin that is commonly used as a replacement for sugar, high fructose corn syrup, a cheap replacement for cane sugar, and an absolute indicator of a poor food choice, monosodium glutamate, MSG, another neurotoxin often called by other names including yeast extract and hydrolyzed vegetable protein, and artificial colors, known to cause hyperactivity and potentially the cause of allergic reactions, including asthma, in some people. Cheat sheets, yes. Let's list some things out so you will have a way to make quick decisions as to whether something is a healthy food choice or not, in some cases respecting the fact that you may not have a bottomless pocketbook. Kudos to those who have worked to create some of these invaluable lists. Genetically engineered crops, or GMOs, are prevalent within our food supply. The United States is one of very few developed countries which does not require these foods to be labeled as such. Without long-term testing, the harm they may or may not do to people and/or animals that consume them is unknown. Laboratory testing in other countries has resulted in large tumors and sterility in rats over a small number of generations. Because of this, and countless unknowns in humans, many people prefer not to eat them. This list of non-organic crops, and the current percentage of them that are genetically engineered in the U.S., will help you steer clear of them if you choose to do so. The list includes the following: canola, corn, cotton, soybeans, sugar beets, zucchini and yellow squash, Hawaiian papaya, and alfalfa. Each year, the Environmental Working Group, or EWG, uses USDA test results of thousands of fruit and vegetable samples and ranks these fruits and vegetables according to the levels of pesticide residues found on them. To note, testing is done after the produce has been washed, and in some cases, pesticide levels persist even after the produce has been peeled. The results of this testing and ranking is compiled into the EWG's Shopper's Guide to Pesticides in Produce. The first 12 items in this guide are referred to as the Dirty Dozen. These fruits and vegetables are those most contaminated with pesticide residues. If you cannot find or afford an all-organic diet, make the items on this list a priority when it comes to choosing which foods to purchase organically. Strawberries bumped apples from the #1 spot in 2016, making strawberries the most contaminated conventionally grown fruit available in the U.S. In order: apples, nectarines, peaches, celery, grapes, cherries, spinach, tomatoes, sweet bell peppers, cherry tomatoes, and cucumbers round out this list of the dirty dozen. The last 15 items in the shopper's guide are least likely to contain pesticide residues. Some items, in fact, had no pesticide residue at all. If you cannot find or afford an all-organic diet, you can feel good about buying these conventionally grown fruits and vegetables. For 2016, the Clean 15 included avocados, sweet corn, which may still be GMO, pineapples, cabbage, frozen sweet peas, onions, asparagus, mangoes, papayas, which may still be GMO, kiwis, eggplant, honeydew melon, grapefruit, cantaloupe, and cauliflower. The last segment of this presentation will help you decide whether to purchase your fruits and veggies in fresh, frozen, or canned form. Fresh produce is the ideal choice if it is truly fresh. This means fruits and veggies will be firm, full of color, have excellent flavor, and show no signs of bruising, wrinkles, or rot. If you didn't grow them yourself, the next best place for pick the same day fruits and veggies is your local farmer's market. Frozen produce is the next best thing to truly fresh, as most fruits and veggies are processed and frozen within a very short time after they have been harvested. It may be helpful to know that the more time passes between harvest and use, the less the fruits and veggies will be able to provide your body with optimal nutrition. An added bonus to using frozen produce is that it might also be less expensive than the fresh version. Canned fruits and veggies are dead foods in that the enzymes they would offer as fresh or frozen foods have been killed during the canning process. Enzymes, as well as some vitamins, cannot withstand heating beyond 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Enzymes are necessary for healthy digestion. A second item of concern when considering canned produce is this: the cans themselves may also be a source of chemical contamination to the foods inside of them. Canned foods may also contain higher amounts of calories, sugars, salts, and/or fats. They are, however, still considered a better option than eating no fruits and veggies at all. As this presentation comes to a close, know this: it is okay to take baby steps when making changes in any area of your life. Change does take time and effort, and it is not an all-or-nothing process. Start with one change that feels right to you. When you have become comfortable with that one change, and it has become a habit, and research shows it takes no less than 21 days to build a new habit, add in a second change, and keep going. You can do this. If the moment comes when you doubt yourself, remember that I believe in you. Visit my Facebook page at www.facebook.com/livewithvigor and let me know what your first step to making healthier choices will be. Ask questions as you have them. I will do what I can to keep you moving in a positive direction. Keep me posted on your progress. I'd love to hear about the changes you've made and the success you're having. Take time now to write down which change you will make first and when you will get started. I hope you start with your next shopping list. Then do it. For you, for your family. You can do this. Before you go, I want to let you know that my first book is almost ready for publication. It will be available in both digital and paper forms. You can watch for more details at my Facebook page, or you may choose to follow me on Twitter to receive updates there. It's been my pleasure having you here. Thank you. I look forward to interacting with you again. Take care.